You know that feeling, right? Your Outlook folders are this black hole where super important information just seems to disappear. It's in there somewhere, but good luck finding it. Well, what if you could turn all that chaos into total clarity? Today, we're going to dive into how AI can take your cluttered email archive and transform it into insights you can actually use. I mean, think about it for a second. You know there was a key decision made at an email thread maybe 3, 4 months ago, but trying to find it feels like an impossible mission. You're scrolling and searching, but the exact details are just buried under hundreds, maybe thousands of other messages. It's a huge frustration and honestly a massive drain on productivity. Look, we all lean on the Outlook search bar, and hey, it's fantastic if you need to find that one specific email with that one keyword. But what happens when you need more than that? When you need to see the whole story of a project, or understand the patterns in a conversation, or just get a summary of a months-long back and forth. That's where the good old search bar just hits a wall. This really just spells out the difference perfectly. Using standard search is kind of like having a flashlight in a massive dark warehouse. Sure, you can find one box at a time if you know where to look, but AI analysis, that's like flipping on the main power switch. Suddenly you see everything. It's not about finding single emails anymore. It's about seeing how they all connect, mapping out the full timeline, and getting the gist of months of work in an instant. So how do we actually flip that switch? Well, we're going to use this incredible, and I mean incredibly accessible, AI tool called NotebookLM. The best way to think about it is like having your own personal data analyst, one that's designed to read through all the noise in your inbox and pull out what actually matters. And you know, the best part is that this is not some super technical, pull your hair out kind of process. Not at all. It's a really simple 3-step journey. You export your emails, you upload them, and then you just ask the AI to do all the heavy lifting for you. Let's break that down real quick. That's it. The entire thing really just boils down to these 3 simple actions: export, upload, and ask. It's a surprisingly straightforward workflow that opens up a whole new world of insights that were just sitting there, hidden in your emails. First things first, the export. As you can see from this little flowchart, it's just a few simple clicks in Outlook to save an entire folder as a comma-separated values file, or a CSV. Now, the reason we use a CSV is because it's this universal, super simple text format, which makes it incredibly easy for an AI like NotebookLM to read and understand everything perfectly. All right, so you've got your CSV file. The next part is, believe it or not, even easier. You just pop over to NotebookLM, create a new notebook, and upload that file you just made. You can see right here the interface is super clean, super intuitive. There's no complex setup. You're literally seconds away from getting started with the analysis. And this slide right here, okay, this is where the magic really happens. This is the exact prompt that was used. You're not writing code. You're just talking to the AI in plain English, telling it exactly what you want. Give me the key takeaways, put them in a table, and sort it by date. It is that simple. And this is where that real power kicks in. So you've hit enter. You've given the AI its mission. What comes back? Well, this is the moment we go from a giant pile of raw data to organized, decision-ready information. And boom, here it is. In just moments, NotebookLM generates a table that looks just like this one. It hasn't just listed a bunch of emails, it has actually understood the content, figured out the most important points, and then organized them all chronologically. You can see an entire project's history right here at a glance, all the way from the first contact to major milestones. But wait, here's a crucial point: trust. How do you know you can trust it? I mean, how can you be sure the AI got it right? See those little numbers, the citations? In NotebookLM, if you hover over any of those, it instantly jumps you right back to the original email data. So you can verify every single point, which gives you total confidence in the summary. And it gets even cooler. You can take that table of takeaways, pop it into another AI tool, and get a visual timeline just like this one. This turns all that dense email text into a powerful, super easy to understand story. You can literally see the project's entire life unfold over time. It's fantastic. So what if you need to go even deeper than just a summary table? That's where a feature called Studio Reports comes into play. This lets you do a much more comprehensive, tailored analysis for specific business needs. For example, you could run what's called a due diligence summary. This pre-built report generates this incredibly detailed analysis with multiple tables and extracted conversations. A task that would normally take days of someone manually reviewing everything can now be done in about half an hour. That's a true game changer for productivity. Okay, doing this one time is awesome. But the real question is, how do you make this a repeatable, effortless part of how you work? That's where we take things to the next level and move from a manual task to a fully automated system using a tool like N8N. So what do we even mean by workflow automation? It might sound complicated, but at its heart, it's really simple. It's just about using software tools to run a series of tasks for you automatically without you having to do anything manually. It's basically putting your repetitive work on autopilot. Just picture this for a second. Imagine every single week, without you lifting a finger, that project folder in Outlook is automatically exported. That file gets sent to NotebookLM for analysis, a detailed report is created, and a perfect, concise summary just lands right in your inbox. That is the incredible power you unlock when you combined AI analysis with an automation tool like N8N. So let's just step back and put a bow on this. What does this whole process actually get you? Well, you're saving countless hours of manual, mind-numbing review. You're finding those critical points that you totally forgot about. You're creating powerful visual timelines. You get a fully searchable, organized reference for all your projects. And maybe the most important thing, it helps you find new questions to ask, to deepen your understanding. It's not about replacing you. It's about making you way, way smarter. And really, this all brings us to one final, really important question. Whether you're dealing with client communications, project management, or sales, there is an absolute goldmine of information just sitting in your archives. The tech to unlock it is here, and it's easier to use than ever. So the real question is, what valuable answers are hiding in your inbox?